What is up, YouTube? That's here. Today we are back doing more Patreon team fixing. This is a team that uses Ice Iron Hands, Ice Terra Iron Hands. A pretty cool team if you do ask me. Getting that big defense boost from the snow warning from Abomasnow. I really like what this team brings to the table, and you can actually check out the official submission post right here. This team is submitted by Eddie Eggplants. Let's plug this up here. Do my professional YouTuber move everything around because I don't know how to scene transition. But this is the official VGC team submission post for March. If anyone wants me to take a look at their team, fix it to the best of my abilities, make a video on it, and give it back to you guys, think about checking out the link in the description to the official submission post. It goes right to Patreon, and like I said, even the lowest tier can submit teams. This team submitted by Eddie Eggplant. Eddie Eggplant, right? It's such a cool name. I love how in-depth they are with all the roles of their team. They submitted a rental, they submitted a poke paste, and we're gonna do our absolute best to help this team shine and cover up for the small situations where it might be struggling. It probably struggles with Arcanine, which you can, I mean, I've already read it. So it says like Arcanine's something it definitely struggles with, and I love that they list the positives and negatives of each of the mons. It's so smart. I cannot wait to take a look at this team, and I just turned my webcam off. Cannot wait to take a look at this team, and I do think that we're going to have some pretty fun games. What we're going to do here is we're going to be using this team in probably 2 or 3 games, fixing it, and then using it in some more games on Showdown. So if that sounds like fun to you, sit back, max, relax, and let's hop into some battles. Wish me luck. Here we go. Oh my gosh, is that Bramblegast? Is that my boy going against the Blizzard squad? Oh, this is going to be hard. All right, so against a squad like this that has like Bramblegast, Talonflame, what we can already see is like Talonflame doesn't pack a lot of power. Bramblegast doesn't always pack a lot of power. Yes, it's probably like a tail end set with the Talonflame, but like we can probably ignore Bramblegast. Volk's their power. Mudsdale can be contained. Corviknight's no power, and Goth is no power. So basically, if we can stop that Volk, we'll probably win. So how do we want to do that? Let's take a look at what our options are. We don't have Encore on our Screamtail. I guess we could just Trick Room and just roll from there. There's nothing really wrong with that. But does that help? That does help. These are good. A lot of fire stuff. So I don't know if we want to bring the bundle. I guess we would still bring the bundle for Hydro, right? What a weird game. Just leave the Abomasnow at home. I'm not proccing that Wind Rider, okay? Blizzard doesn't seem like it would be a wind attack, but it is. So I ain't gonna fall for that one, not in my house. So let's see, let's go into this. Yeah, I really think that this team is amazing. I think this team is really cool. It uses Armouge Entity in a very unique way with the Psychic Seeds. It can be slightly optimized, which we'll get to near the end, but Mudsdale Goth. So no pivoting. I also don't think there's really a problem, though, with just opening up with a ton of damage here. I think we can ignore Mudsdale for a turn. Note that we have the Psychic Seeds on Armouge, which is really cool, but because we have Armor Cannon, it's basically, it's like heightening our stats just to lower them. It seems kind of weird, right? Let's think about what we want to do here. I actually think I'm going to Psychic into Goth, and our Entity should be faster than Armouge by just a couple points, right? 87, 81, awesome. We want to do this to break Sash and play around Citrus Berry if it was Citrus Berry. And then I will Terrastallize just so I don't get absolutely destroyed. And we're going to one-shot the Gothitelle, because we don't need to do anything weird right now. We just want this Gothitelle gone, because that's the Pokemon that can be weird. We don't want to get Hypnosis. Mudsdale's no biggie if you can cap it from being contained. We don't want to activate Stamina. We don't want to do anything weird. We just want to delete their Gothitelle, make them bring out something, and then from there, depending on what they bring out, we can go Follow Me Expanding Force. We can go Follow Me Trick Room. There's so many other options we have from there. We just want to get that Gothitelle off the board, because that's the Pokemon that's a little bit weird. So let's see what we got. Psychic. Gonna be decent damage, probably. And potential special D-drop. I'm lucky. Alright. I would say that the set that I would use on this Armouge would be a Life Orb. And that would have got the KO if it was warped. But we'll see what they got here. They are within range for Expanding Force. Note that we did not want to go after... Yeah, they just KO'd themselves. Yes! So imagine if we just went after the Mudsdale, missed the KO, and they got up a Trick Room. That would have been really bad. But in this case scenario, that's a win for us. We did it, boys. Like, we're killing it right now. We also have, like, the Wide Guard potential next turn. That's, like, Abandoned Mudsdale. So let's see what they want to do here. They have a lot of really good aggressive options to bring up. Bulk is great, but we have Expanding Force. So I don't think there's an issue with, like, Follow Me expanding. We could even double dip into that Mudsdale if we were not afraid of Bug Buzz. I think what we'll do is just follow me. Just because we want to be able to redirect a Bug Buzz and go for just a big expanding force into these guys. Because we have great mons in the back and we denied their speed control. We might even outspeed that Volk because there's 0 speed reduced. Quiver. Okay. Not happening. I wonder if they're clicking Earthquake again. Please? Can you please click Earthquake again? This is not going to be doing a ton. Our bundle might still outspeed, though. We might be, if they KO one of our monsters, we might be able to run bundle and walk out Encore. Alright, stamina boost. Yeah, it's getting a little bit dicey. It's getting a little bit dicey. And Heavy Slime. Awesome. So Enemy should be going down. If this was a booster bundle, it definitely would still outspeed, but I don't think your bundle even uses full speed. It does use full speed. We should be fine. This should be able to Encore. Go Encore and just a little bit more damage. Yeah. I don't know how fast their bulk is, though. They're pretty bulky. We could just Hydro right out, too. We could also Freeze Dry. I'm going to try the Encore. Let me just take a look at this. Let me take a look at the damage calculator. Let's see. I want to see like how fast that bulk. They super outspeed us if they're like full speed. I'm gonna Hydro it. Worst case scenario, I think we're still in a really good spot. They're terastallizing. They're probably gonna go grass, right? Always. Always grass. There's never... Oh, fairy. Okay, so I mean, you're gone if you still attack the wrong slots, you know? Fairy Volk? What is this? What year is this? Hydro Pump hits. Cool. We could have Encore looped it, but that's fine. This should still probably get the KO. Terra Blast into that is absolutely fine. We're going to be trading here. Oh, they're hitting that slot. Okay. Hey, yo, I see you out here. I see you. Oh, and they don't get the KO. Dude, that Spadef boost kind of busted right now. Kind of cracked. Oh my gosh, the big damage. And a crit on the Mudsdale. Yo, we take this all the way to the bank, yo. Oh my gosh. That Armourouge had no business eating that move. Absolutely no business. Maybe Psychic Seeds is the way. Maybe it's the truth. I mean, if you're gonna do that though, you would just run like Heat Wave. You know, you wouldn't run Armor Cannon. Brambleghast, better late than never. That's their Terra down. And we just go Freeze D's, please, and Armor Cannon Steez. Nah, that's gonna be it. That's all she wrote. Protect. Hey, go nuts, Chief. You might have like. I don't think this thing gets like Sucker. We can just Encore Loop it from here. They might even be fishing to see if we have Encore Loop, which we don't even want to show in case we're going to be going up against them again. And what I mean by Encore Loop is basically they showed Protect here. So I'm always going to be faster than them. So what I could do here is just Encore them and then hit them with my teammate. And then in 3 turns when Encore's over, I could then re-Encore them and just lock them into Protect forever. But there's no reason for us to show it at all. At all. We already showed Hydro Pump. We already showed Freeze Dry by having the Protect. Oh my gosh, we just get the one-hit KO Freeze D's. And we take the wins. Great first game with this team. Really, really fun to play. Okay, is that... What Tauros is that? That's Fire Tauros Murkrow. Alright, I've wanted to try this for a bit, so we're just going to do it. I'm going to go Abomasnow. And I'm going to go Hands. And I'm going to get that defense boost, boys. And I wish we had a pivot. I wish with all my heart that we had a pivot. I'm going to bring the Armourouge in the back, and I think we're going to go a bundle. I wish we had Volt Switch on this Hands. And I think that's the key to making this set actually work, is being able to pivot correctly. We don't have any other U-turn mons, but like being able to like Volt Switch and then re-come in after soaking like a Fake Out, be able to reapply Fake Out in the mid to late game is so important on Iron Hands. Like that's like literally the thing that made Incineroar good. Wasn't Parting Shot, it wasn't Intimidate. It was like the being able to swap out and reapply Fake Out. Like that's what makes it good. And I feel like Hands is played like basically the same way. So let's see if we can get something done here. We got the Ice Hands on deck. Dude, don't think that I won't just go for the biggest Ice Punch you've ever seen. And see, we're just soaking we're soaking such a big Intimidate here. It sucks. Alright, so we can Fake Out the King Gambit. Swap in the Armourouge here. I want to go Ice Hands, but I don't know if they're ever going to let me. I think we can like Oko that. Let's think about it. We got a couple options here. Volt Switch would be Pog if we can then like next turn go for like an attack into the King Gambit and then like Volt Switch. That'd have been sick for Tauros, but it is what it is. They gotta know what we're doing. They gotta know. They gotta get that thing off the board. And another cool thing about Abomasnow is like attacks like, you know, fighting attacks and steel attacks that we normally get against Abomasnow, they're not as good versus Armor Rouge. So even if you want to go like close combats or low kicks or iron heads or anything weird, Armor Rouge should be able to switch in on this pretty easily. And let's see what we can get done here. Especially like we're fake out in the King Gambit. So like once they have like Covert Cloak or Ghost Terror, we're fine. Oh no, not like this. Not like this, chat. Ghost Terror King Gambit? No way. Flying, okay. Dude, you'd actually flying and that's a good Terror in front of hands. What if I had an electric attack though, bro? Dude, I'm about to ice punch it so hard. CC? Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. I can get away with. I'm gonna expanding force that thing. Expandees. I don't outspeed, but I don't think I need Trick Room yet. I also don't think they're gonna let me get Trick Room if I play it like that. Dude, I'm doing this. I've wanted to do this all day. It's time for the Ice Hands. This won't KO, but this is a lot of damage. And they should be attacking my armors. They shouldn't be sucker punching it because like it should be obvious that I want a Trick Room. And then they're like, wait, what? No way. Let's go! Ice Hands, give me that +1 defense boost. +1 defense boost. Wisp! What? Dude, Ice Hands, so sad! I'm so sad with my Ice Hands. Wisp Tauros, I cry every time. Can I just freeze this King Gambit then, please? Alright, that should go away, right? Special D dropped from the close combat, like that guy's gone. Alright, Ice Hands, can we get a freeze? Can we get a big freeze? We trade 1 for 1, but we're burned on our hands. But we're going to freeze the King Gambit, so it's all going to make up for it. Come on, come on, come on. 10%. 10% of the time. Ice Hands has failed me. Bundle will not fail me. I wish this thing had Blizzard. We're already on a Hail team. Where's the Blizzard? Like, you're going to send your Garchomp out right now. I know it. You're going to be like, I would use Garchomp. It might sound something else, but like, it's looking pretty Garchomp right now, right? What else did they have? They had something else. They had like Murkrow, which like, you wouldn't send out Murkrow here. The Tauros was the weird one, right? So they're like, oh god, it's Murkrow. Go nuts. Yeah, pop off, man. Pop off, Murkrow. I think we can just double into the, we can double into the Gambit. The last mon's totally Garchomp. If they have Flutter, they would have sent it out. They have Bundle too, right? That's a Bundle. I thought it was a Delibird for like an actual second, but it's Bundle. Awesome. So they Corto cleaved. This is fine. They would go away here. If I had Volt Switch, bro, this would actually still be useful, but let's just do it. They're probably vested on the King Gambit, so this Freeze Dry might not get the KO, but it can freeze. That's the hidden value of Ice Hands. The freeze that we needs to succeeds. Tailwind, absolutely fine. Can't stop that. I thought about just Encore looping it right there, just immediately going into an Encore there. But we still outspeed here. Any freezers? Dude, that thing's not even going to get killed by Ice Punch. Oh my god. Dude, we ate that Iron Head though. We ate it. Super effective. Where are you looking? That's that +1 defense to boost, boys. Let me get the KO. Oh, dude, we're out here. That's so sick. That is amazing. Yes. Hands popping off. Show me that Garchomp. Actually, like, if this is Flutter Mane, we're really sad. It's Garchomp. Dude, it's always Garchomp. It's always Garchomp. We know this. Alright, you can do whatever you want. I'm doubling into that slot. You already Terastallized. You can do whatever you want. You can't stop both of us. Just the two of us. We can hit you if we try. Just the two of us. Getting defense boost from the Snowstorm. Protect. Hey, go nuts. What are they going to try and do? What are you going to do? Foul play? Go, dude, that's nothing. I'm weak as shit. Remember, we have +1 defense boost on our bundle as well because we're an ice type. So as long as we retain this ice typing, we're golden. I think we might even have to like swap in the Abomasnow next turn and then reset our fake out pin. Might be a pretty decent play. Let's actually think about that. This is the last turn hail. Dude, we just go for it. Freeze these. Steez Belize. Rock Slide. They're going for the flinches. Not today. Dude, bundle holds. Hands holds. Holding hands. Oh my gosh. Life Weedle, Life Orb one. Dude, we're killing it. Freeze Dry. Big damage on that chop, dude. And then the Murkrow. Come on, hands. Give him the old 1-2. Give him the old 1-2. Give me the crit Ice Punch from the -1 Iron Hands. Do it! That's like nothing, but we take those. Dude, that's fine. That's fine. Our hero, Iron Hands, the Valiant. Taking the L, but securing the W. I can't believe they brought Garchomp for... Actually, I can. It's good versus the other part of the team, the Armarouge core. And we take these. Like, it's good versus Screamtail. It's good versus Indie Armarouge. It's not good versus Bundle, though. Maybe they thought they'd translate something else. We're about to be taking these. Freeze Dry and Blizzard. Oh my gosh. Like a blizzard. The battle was canceled, and the win is all thanks to Ice Iron Hands. So what we're going to do now is going to go take a look at the actual team again, and we're going to fix up a bunch of the EVs, some of the movesets, and basically just polish up the team to make it the best version of what I think it could be. And, let's just go hop into that right now. All right, so I think the team performed great, but there are a couple small things that we can fix. Again, this was the submitted rental code. Abomasnow was great. Iron Hands was fun. Bundle works great. Screamtail didn't really get to see that much play, and Indie Armarouge are Indie Armarouge, but there are so many little things that we're going to be able to fix. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a look at the PokePaste of the team that was submitted, which is right here. We're going to go into the professional YouTuber, move everything awkwardly thing that we do. I should really get like a person that edits this stuff out. But anyways, let's take a look at all this stuff. I think this team's really, really cool. Let's start with Screamtail and see what we can actually get done. I really like Nova Roar. I think this is a great check to Dozo. I think this is a great check to so many things because it lowers attack and special attack at the same time. Really, really good. I don't think you're going to be needing Trick Room. I don't think you're going to need Helping Hand either. I think the good thing that this Pokemon can do is like Encore things and disable things. And the reason why this Pokemon's so good at doing these things is because it's not Prankster boosted, so you can hit Dark types with it. You can also hit Dark types with Dazzling Gleam. And the way to make this Pokemon work, unlike Trick Room, is to give it a booster energy. And so you can actually utilize its speed stat. We want to take a look at some of the mons in the format and think about what we need to outspeed with a Pokemon with a 111 base speed. And so if we take a look at this, the list of legal Pokemon, we sort it by as fast as they are, sorted by speed tiers. Dragapult's the Pokemon that we need to outspeed every single time. There are arguments for being able to outspeed Scarf and Annihilape as well, so I think we'll take a look at that. And then from there, what are some other common Scarf mons? There's not really that many other common Scarf mons. Every once in a while you see a Scarf Chomp. If you really want to outspeed Scarf Chomp, you can, but I don't think you need to. But let's take a look at some of those. So let's go into a damage calculator here, and let's plug in Screamtail on this side. And let's plug in Dragapult first. And so for those guys that don't know, Dragapult is the fastest Pokemon without any, like, fastest usable Pokemon. Electrode's still in the farm, but people don't use it. It's the fastest Pokemon that doesn't rely on, like, Scarfs or anything weird. A full speed Dragapult gets a 213, so being able to outspeed one of those at level 50 with your booster energy, you only need about, not 252, you probably need about 60, maybe, yep, you need a little bit more than that. So 92 points would let us outspeed a Dragapult. Let's see how fast a Garchomp would be. And how much points we need to outspeed a Garchomp. So a Garchomp is a little bit different. Garchomp, let's give it a 252 Jolly. And it's not just outspeeding a regular Garchomp, it's outspeeding a Scarf Chomp. So that's going to be this fast, 253. So if we put in 252, would that get it? It would not. That means we have to go Timid, which is okay. And the reason why I still want to outspeed these things is so you can Encore and disable them. So being able to disabling a Scarfmon is very, very good. So we don't also need to put this much in speed. It'd be wasting, because like 111 is just really, really fast. We have like 9 base speed on it. We can take a lot of these points out. We also have speed creep by an extra point there. So 188 with nature lets us outspeed Scarf Chomp. Make sure we put our Ivies back here. 188 with nature lets us outspeed Scarf Chomp. And we also don't need to put this much in HP on Screamtail because it's so bloated. We've talked a lot about before, but like Screamtail has a really, really high base HP. Pokemon have high base HPs. You don't have to invest a ton into HP. Realistically, what I would do is I'd probably go about like 116 into HP, and then I would take the rest and probably do about 60 here with, let's do 144. Is that the right number? It's 140 here and a 4 in there. So that's going to be a little more optimal just for utilizing your points correctly. You're not going to be getting diminishing returns. Not that you would normally be getting diminishing returns here because it has great bulk as well. But this is going to be a lot bulkier. This is going to be a lot faster. And you're going to be able to Noble Roar things and just drop other stats. And if they play defensive, you can Encore. If they play aggressive, you go Disable. And if you want to hit something, you can Degloom. So really, really good. This is the Pokemon that you kind of bring, even if you're playing Trick Room, even if you're not playing Trick Room, this Pokemon can come in every single matchup now. As for the Terra on this thing, you want to be Grass to be able to avoid Amoonguss. So they can go for Spores, you can go Terrestrialize Grass, and then you disable their Spore, and then that way they can't hit your teammate. So really, really good stuff. Or if they go for Spore when you're Grass, and you have like a team like an Abomasnow, you can just Encore them in a Spore. Really, really good stuff. As for hands, the number one thing you want in this hands that I think is so important is Volt Switch. Right? You got to be able to pivot and re-pin with these fake outs. It's so important. Ice Punch is really cool, so you might as well keep it. I do think, though, with hands, it's one of those Pokemon that it has such a high base attack that, like, really, you're wasting these points in attack. It only goes from 191 down to 176. You're not losing any damage calcs by not having that. So you can actually take all those points out and not lose anything and put them wherever you want. As long as you're keeping Adamant, like, Adamant's going to be giving more than, like, those 100-something points. So you might as well just keep your Adamant there, and then you could realistically just throw the rest of those points into defense. And what I would be doing if I were you is I would actually be using one that has 31 in speed. You don't need to actually play 0 speed or speed reduced for Trick Room. Like, you don't need to be doing that. What I would do is probably put about 28 points in speed, take some of these out of defense because they're extra, and go with like a 76 and split up that last 4 into points in attack. That's what I would be doing here. Makes you a lot more bulkier on the defensive side. You're still just as strong, and now you can actually outspeed other Iron Hands. We're going to see this as we flush out the rest of the team. You're going to realize, like, you don't need to be 0 speed to be reduced on a lot of these Mons, and because they're a little bit faster than some hard Trick Room Mons, when you go into that Trick Room matchup, you just punish them for trying to set Trick Room instead of Trick Rooming yourself. Your bundle's all over the place. I think there's 3 or 4 different ways we could play bundle. Expert Belt is usually never one of them. I understand from your submission post that you really struggled with a bunch of Mons and gaining exact KOs, but what I think you can do with this bundle is actually, I think you should keep the speed. I think this set's okay, but I'm just not sold on the Expert Belt in almost any of those situations. I'm really, really not. I would probably think about putting Goggles here. I don't hate Goggles. If you want to keep the belt, go for it. But like, I think it's one of like the worst items on this Pokemon. I think even Life Orb would be better. And then, like, I'm not going to lie, like, Life Orb's actually like, a lot better. But Life Orb's going to be going on around Rouge, so I don't want to do that. Let's see. What do we realistically want to put on this Pokemon? There's so many different things it can do. One thing we want to do is we want to... I think you can actually do this. Watch what we do here. Let's see. I think you want to put Blizzard here, right? Am I wrong? Like, I think it's criminal not to have Blizzard on the set. And if our set's going to look like this... Oh, I got an idea. So we want to see Pult goes to 213. So we want to be able to outspeed that. Let's go bundle. Let me know what you guys think about this set. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Iron Bundle. Pult is 213 at level 50. So that's the thing we know we need to outspeed. And so we can go a +1 from a choice item. We already way outspeed that even with no investment. So our set can look something like Choice Scarf. Maybe Icy Wind. It's hard to say exactly what we want this last move to be. I think that probably Flip Turn is what we want for more pivots. Because we would have the Blizzard and the Free Shine and the Hydro. That's really, really good. We can afford the luxury of going with a 252 plus nature. We take a minus out of attack, even though we're going Flip Turn. And then realistically, we want this to still be, what is it? Faster than We want it to be 168, which is base 100. So we're outspeeding base 100s that have choice scarfs. So 92 right there. And then we actually steal the rest of these points just straight into Spadef. And now we're way bulkier. We're stronger. We're faster. We don't have Encore or Protect, but we function really, really well. And we hit really hard with these. And then we function in a feature that most people probably wouldn't expect. Yeah, we're way faster than the other one too. So good stuff. Abomisto is cool. I think what you should be doing in this set here, I think that you didn't do anything really wrong here. All the EVs seem to be in place. If you like Ground Terra, stick with it. I think it probably helps you get a KO in this situation. Abomisto is hard for me to use on this team, but I can't disagree with what this set does. So if it works, it works. It seems like a pretty solid set. I'm not a big fan of Reveal myself. I would use Sash. Armory here. We want to make this a life orb. Like, gotta make this a life orb. I think it's so important. And if you want to use White Guard, that's absolutely fine. But I think this Pokemon, you want to put a little bit in speed, just a little bit, to be able to bully other Armarouges. And then from there, like, we're going to be using like Armor Cannon, Expanding Forces. Like, we don't actually need to have like a ton of points in bulk. We want to make this 189 so we take less damage from our Life Orb. And we can just cut up the rest of these points however we want. We can go with like a 412. And I would do something like this on a set that I was using. This way we actually still get those one-shots with things like Armor Cannon, Expanding Force after TR. And we just go Redirection TR to get that up. Pretty easy. I'm not a big fan of Wide Guard, but there's some situations where like Wide Guard plus Trick 'em with this will get it up every time and allow for something like a Abomisto hand to come out in the back. So that's what I would do with this thing. And last but not least, Entity, you're doing things almost okay. If you take 1 point out here, it goes from 166 on the right to 165, right? So that means you can go all the way down to 196 and still have the 165. Now note if we take this 1 point out here, we go from 196 to, sorry, we go from you see it on the right? We go from 165, the actual stat itself on the right, to 163. We're basically double dipping. It's our nature plus all the stat investment. So 196 is the threshold to get that double dip. And then what I would actually do here if I were you is, I don't think you need to go 0 speed on these guys. Also, this Armarouge, don't need me 0 speed. And you can cut that up into a 4-4 here. And it's just going to be a little bit more effective way to use your sets. Right there. So Sash is still good. Another thing you could do with Sash is just full aggression. Like full special attack, full speed. And you can actually hit hard with the Psychic. And we talked about it before. Punish those Trick Room teams for trying to actually set Trick Room against you. That's what I would do here. But there's nothing really wrong with this set. I think all these changes that we made are going to be very, very good. And what we're going to do now is go test them in a game. So hopefully we'll get some wins. And let's see if any of these changes actually help. Okay, double T-Tar action and a little bit of Mouse Ape. So like something like Armarouge could be really good here. It's good versus Ape, it's good versus Garchomp, it's good versus Amoonguss, but so is something like Abomisto. I think Abomisto Bundle is going to be really, really aggressive. I think you can still bring the hands in the back. It's good versus literally every single one of those mons. And there's a lot of single target, but there's also a lot of not single target, like Rock Slides, EQs. I'm going to bring this Screamtail here and show a little bit of what Screamtail can do in the back if brought correctly. So we see Amoonguss and hands. About to be catching these hands here. Quark Drive attack boost. So it's not going to be dice. I think what we could do here is, yes, they could Rock Slide, but we have the boost. So I don't think there's an issue with just Blizzarding. I think double Blizzard's actually probably pretty pog. And we could actually like Water Terra away to make ourselves not take super effective damage, but I'm fine with double Blizzard. Like, what are you going to do? Yes, like I can miss, but like, oh my gosh, that damage, bro. Rock Slide's fine. Rock Slide's fine. We hold. And a big miss. Big miss. That's fine. At least we didn't Aurora Veil. It should be absolutely okay here, though. Because we can just come in with hands and we pivot in the Screamtail. And we want to pivot this thing out. I'm pretty sure we're going to maybe outspeed their T-Tar with it later. So we pivot in, go for a fake out, condition this into Terra lasting into something. And I think we're going to be good. Good play from our opponent. We did a lot of damage with that. And we still have good options here. We still have our Terra if we need it too. So speed boost there. Protect, we can Encore Loop that. So we can Encore Loop. You see the value here? Always switching this Encore Mons. It gives us so much potential to win. Let's go for the Encore Loop into that slot and just a Drain Punch here. Yes, they could Flying Terra. I don't think it's the end of the world. Encore there. They're going to be able to hit some. Oh, it's gone. Dunzo T-Tar. Yeet. All right, who's coming in the back? Who's coming in the back? We can even disable this if we really want to. Garchomp. Oh, dude, it's time. We're going to normal roll this Garchomp to make it so it does way less damage than normal. And you know what? Yeah, I thought about switching to the Abomisto because they have Sandvale. I know they do, but like I'm doing this. Let's pop off. Any Protectamundos over there? Oh my gosh. Noble Roar stat dropped. Here we go. Stomping Tantrum, no, we are an ice type. We got the ice hands. Dishing out those wins, best served cold. They take the scoop, and you can see how you can see the Screamtail, the changes we made to that Pokemon, really helping out. I think this is like we totally just like goofed around at the start. Like you see how leading like Abomasnow bundle is so much more aggressive now than it was. We could have flip turned, we could have protected, we could have done so many different things. We could have even like swapped out Abomasnow for our Iron Hands, flip turned to be able to see what they were doing, and then re-pinned with our weather and re-brought out our Abomasnow and had a great pin. There's so many options we have here. And we were safe in basically all of them. Like we were safe in so many of them. Just because Iron Hands is just like so much better with the support from the Screamtail set that we actually have with like Encore and Disable. If anything threatens hands, we can go for Disables. If they have a slouch turn like that, we go for Encore loops, and it's so good. So hopefully you like these changes. Again, if you guys have teams you want to submit, think about sending them. This team was made by Eddie Eggplant, and I loved how in-depth they were with the submission post. Even the lowest tier people on Patreon, the $2 tier, you can send me your team. I'll do my best to use it. We're gonna do all the teams this month. We're doing all of them. I'm doing my best to do all of them this month, and make the teams as good as I possibly can. There's so many little things that I can tweak on your guys' teams, and a lot of people just wouldn't know unless someone told them. So hopefully Eddie likes these changes, and hopefully you like them as well. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this series, you want to see more, and other than that, peace out. I'll see you guys next time.